Okay, so it's story time. So this will probably be a little bit boring for you because it's going to be me sitting here, probably drinking a beer or two, and telling you the origin of Deathwish, how it came to be, and where we're headed with it in the future. As a wee little skipper, I had always dreamed of giant rooster tails and the over-the-transom chrome headers, all that cool stuff, the goofy colors, like this boat, that a jet boat should be. And I had found one. It was a little bit out of budget. The trailer was rough. I couldn't swing it. It wasn't going to happen. It had a crack block in it, which didn't matter because I had planned on putting an LS in it. So my buddy sent me a marketplace find, which was a 1970 Tahiti hull. Bare hull with the pump, trailer. And I'll put some pictures in here in places just so that you get a little bit of an idea of what we have done. So I sent the guy a message. Went down. It was an hour or two away. And the whole way down, I said, nope, no, the transom's going to be rotted. It's going to be the biggest pile of shit in the world. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. So I get down there and I look at it. I make him a really ridiculous offer. He takes it. So I sent my buddy a picture that I'll put in here of the boat behind my truck. I was dumb, I bought it. So I have a C4 Corvette that I had bought that already had an LS swapped into it. I'm a long ways from doing anything with that. So I was like, well, I got a 5.3. We can put that in it. I got a hold of Jet Boat Performance and ordered up the rail kit, the plates, the PTO, all that stuff. Rail kits and plates came in reasonably quick. The PTO was back ordered for what seemed like forever. And I'm pretty sure that I upset Tom Maynard because at one point I got to the point where I was just calling everybody that might even remotely have one of these PTO adapters because that's what was holding me up. I think it took a month to get. But in that month we completed all the wiring, the turbo setup, the hot and cold side, everything. The whole fuel system, the cooling system. There were a few things that needed to be tweaked that we needed to wait until the rail kit got here. Or not the rail kit, the PTO adapter. So once the PTO adapter showed up, we set it down in, and this whole time I am not telling a soul. I think there were 4 people that knew that the boat even existed. There were people hounding me that, oh geez, you never spend any time here, you used to stop by all the time, and it was killing me not to tell them, but I knew if I told them, the boat would never get finished. So come sometime late September, early October, two years ago now, I believe it was 21, we finally got the boat fired up. So we knew it ran. It sounded reasonably healthy. It definitely needed to be tuned because we had a pair of GT3582s on it. So we took it out to the lake, backed it in, left it strapped right to the trailer, and played with it a little bit. It would break up, it would chop, it would sound like it had a giant cam in it, even though it was a stock cam. We had done away with the mass air. We were running speed density, and we were trying to run a, what is it? It's an Innovate dual channel wideband that apparently is a nightmare to get to log on HP tuners. So we fight with it for a couple of weeks. And we take it out and make a few rips. Does okay. Take the tune file to my buddy over the winter. So here, this is what I'm working with. Tell me what you can do. Oh, well, you're on a low timing idle map. So we change the timing. Instantly gain 10 miles an hour. We go from a 50 mile an hour boat to a 60 mile an hour boat. That's huge. You know, that's a 10 mile an hour difference on water with very minimal changes. We are just over the moon. So we rip it a little bit more. End up chowdering the 5.3 that was in it. Went and bought a junkyard 4.8. Put it in the local river here that doesn't have much of a boat launch, but damn it, it's got a boat launch, so I'm going to use it. We run, and it's 8-10 miles an hour slower again. Just going from the 5.3 to the 4.8. So the 4.8, I ran one quick lap in the lake, then we put it in the river. Ran our lap in the river, just to say that we've done it. The next time I put it in the lake, one of my good buddies was out there, and I grabbed him to go for a ride. We got a mile up the lake, started acting funny, came back, and we made it about halfway back before it locked up at idle. So I don't know if we had an oiling issue or if it hydrolocked or what, but we got towed back in on the trailer. The key would finally try to crank it over. By the time I got back to my house, which is about 8 miles, it fired right up. But I knew that engine was no bueno. So the boat sat for a while I was building the 383, which I had started the previous fall. I'm just not real fast at getting anything done. So we got the 383 in it. And it fired up, it idled healthy, and we got my buddy out to tune it. So we took it out, we got it tuned, made sure it was pretty close. Then we took Mark tubing with it, which you've seen the video of Mark tubing. So that was, geez, that had to have been sometime in October, maybe even early November. That was very, very late for being in the water up here. So this spring I took it out, ripped it a little bit. We were doing a very consistent 62 to 65 with one person in it. I did touch 67 at one point, and then what we did is we retuned it, added a whole bunch of timing, and then I was able to see 64, 65 pretty easily with one person in it, sometimes even two. I still couldn't break that 70-mile-an-hour barrier. So this past Saturday, my buddy Dana was up from Octane Addict Autos. He built some really, really cool shit. He's got a couple of cool Chevelles in the works right now. So check him out. And we decided we'd get some running shots going down the lake. He brought his boat out. I brought Deathwish out. And we were just ripping it. And on my way across the lake, it was running 67. I had run some fuel out of it, so we were down to 3 or 4 gallons or so. But anyway, he was running the chase boat for me with the camera. And when I got back to shore, we ran a few laps and whatever. Got back to shore, got the boat pulled out. I got back into town, and I see, oh, there's something on the lake Facebook page. Something about the Indy 500 on the lake. So, well, I'll keep an eye on how this plays out. Now, the whole reason I built this boat, other than the fact that I had always wanted one, was everybody was complaining about the jet ski noise. Oh my God, the jet skis, the jet skis, the jet skis. Well, I got something for you. Oddly enough, nobody's complained about jet ski noise recently. But as that post grew, it became very apparent very quickly that I had a lot more fans than I had people that did not like what I was doing. Which is kind of surprising to me because, well, the reason I built it was to piss people off. So, we pulled it out. We were going to go do another tube run the next day, which weather didn't let that happen. But now we've changed the pump. The next video will probably be me changing the pump, doing some testing, some data logging to see what we gain as far as RPM, speed, any of that stuff. But I'm going to put some clips of my day out there where I finally got my Facebook post. And, yeah, I appreciate you watching. Please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. I definitely have more Deathwish content coming up. But this just seemed like an appropriate time and situation to give you the rundown on why I built it. In Misfortune here will be a lot faster. Probably not any louder, but a lot faster. Thank you.